Hello, hello. I am A. Marie. This is White Chair Talk, and I've got one question for you. Have you ever looked at your life and thought to yourself, how did I get here? How did I get to this place where I am today? In this session of White Chair Talk, I'm going to be sharing some information that I think will be very helpful in shaping your future. Today, you'll see the fruit of what you're saying in the future, and I'll share some things with you. So I've been married for almost 32 years. And people, when I tell people that, they're like, my gosh, really? That is amazing. How are you married, that long? Now, of course, I got married. I was 20, my husband was 19. So we were very, very young. And I will say in that time, there were some, and we didn't even know we didn't even know it was a thing, but we just decided we wanted to have some vision for us, and we wanted to have a vision for our family. So we started just to say things, say, okay, when we got married, these are some things that we want to make true in our lives. So we didn't have a name for it then, but fast forward later on some years, we decided to call them foundational truths. So we had foundational truths, and I believe that those foundations that we set shaped what we are today. I guarantee you, if you look back in your life, if you look at yourself today and you look back at what you've been thinking, what you've been saying to yourself, what you've been watching, those things tend to shape us, and it tends to shape our thinking. So tonight is going to be a little bit of mindset thinking, because changing some of your mindset, because it really is important that we say the right things today so that tomorrow we will see the fruit of what we're saying, but in a good way, because your words have procreative power. Your words can build up or your words can tear down. And we're in the building business. I want to build and I've always wanted to have good relationships and build a good foundation for our marriage and for our children. And it's just so important. It's not always perfect, but it's important to have that foundation to say, okay, this is something that I want to focus on, because you can definitely focus on negative things and you can see where that will take you. Just for example, just something light. I remember when I gained a little bit of weight after we got married or after I had my children. And I must have said 1,000 times, I'm just so fat. I'm so fat. I probably was about 100. Tell me now, I would run back to 135 pounds right now with the quickness. But it's because the things that I shape, what you say to yourself. It shapes the way you think. And, or like you see somebody has an eating disorder. They look in the mirror. It doesn't matter what you say. What they say to themselves in the mirror is not what they would like to see. So our words have power. So I want to get you to look at the scripture. The scripture is Proverbs 18. Let's see. What is it? Proverbs 18 verse 20 says, from the fruit of their mouth, a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Okay. And then of course the next verse is, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. But that's not exactly what we're talking about tonight. But I'm just trying to lay the foundation that your words have power. Your words have procreative power. They can build up or they can tear down. And so without us not even realizing what we were doing when we were newlyweds, we said, we want to say these things. We noticed some hardships and some things that we noticed growing up. And we said, you know what, we want this for our family. And we decided, you know what, no matter what, we are going to stay together. No matter what, we're going to fight to stay in this relationship. And of course, it takes two. It takes two. You can't just have if I just didn't want to be here and the other person wanted to be here, guess what? It's not going to work. Both parties have to cooperate. So I'm talking about if both parties are cooperating right now, that's what I'm referring to. If you both want to be in a relationship, or you both want to be in this marriage, it is not going to be easy. But with these foundational truths that you set, it will help you to stay focused on the goal. So there's three things starting off that we said that, hey, this is what we want to do. And the first thing we said, we're gonna always stay together. That's what it was. We're gonna always stay together no matter what. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. We're gonna work things out, whatever it takes. Then the second thing that we said was that we never wanted to call each other out of our name. We never wanted to curse at each other. We never wanted to have like a shouting match and say negative words to one another. We just didn't want to do that. And we never have done that. Never have done that. Now, I can't say you might have thought it, but we have never out loud cursed each other out or said any negative words to one another. There was just things that we said, it's just not us. That's not who we are. That's not something that we want to do. And this is at 19 and 20 years old. And then the third thing was that even though we didn't have children together yet, we didn't have children of our own together, we decided that we were never, once we did have children, we were never going to yell and argue in front of the children. Never argue. If we have, now we've had a disagreement like, oh no, I don't like that. Yes, like we've had those. But I mean like no shouting, not letting them see any, no, we just weren't going to do it. So, we felt like everything had a place. So I look at those, and those are just foundational things. And those kept us grounded. Those things kept us grounded. And I mean, it's so beautiful to this day. I can say that we've never done those things. And if we got to the point where you feel like you want to do something like that, we go to the next room. We go, or we'll save it. We'll hold it and talk about it another time. Because why? It brings you back to the foundation. Wherever your life is today, I guarantee you, if you look back at the things that you've been thinking, that you've been meditating on, that you've been watching, I guarantee you, if you go back and look at those things, you will see, I was saying that. I was thinking those things. And now look at the outcome. Look at the fruit. If you've been planting those seeds of negativity or something positive, whatever, just look back and look at what you've been planting to where you see today, where is this fruit? So right now, it's not too late. No matter if you have something good going on or something negative in your life, it doesn't matter where you are. You can always start from where you are. Start planting seeds of positivity. Start planting seeds of building up and not tearing down, because it is very, very vital. It's very, very important to stay at a place where you can grow, because man, I'm telling you, that scripture says life, so it's both life and death. They're in the power. I believe that's why God gave us one tongue. We got two eyes, two hands, but you know what? We got one tongue because it is so powerful. And it's, man, words. I don't know why that was a little saying when you were a child. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. I don't know where that came from. Words do hurt. Words do hurt. But that's why I'm saying, if you have the foundational truths, and it fits, that fit for us in the marriage. But that could fit in any situation. In any situation, if you are trying to build upon something, use those foundational truths, make goals, set things and say, this is what's going to happen in my life. This is what I'm going to start saying in my life. I'm not going to start speaking that anymore. I'm going to start speaking this situation. And like I said, you got to cooperate. You can know the thing to do, but not do it, because you even have to cooperate and actually say it and actually do it, actually believe what you're saying. And then in the future, you will see the fruit of what you've been saying. And so that's all I really have for tonight. I just wanted to share some foundational truths that I believe will help you build and grow and have the good fruit in the future, and not have fruit that's gonna be rotten really fast. We want the foundational truths to give us a place where we can focus our attention back when we get off track. It's not, listen, by no means is it perfect. It's not perfect. But through all the doubt, through all the negativity, people said because we got married so young, oh, you'll never last. They wanted to see us fall. People said just really hurtful things. But I get it. We were young. I totally get it. We were young. But what kept us, again, the vision that we had for our lives kept us when everything around us seemed contrary. When everything around us seemed like it wasn't going to work, the vision that we had for this family and for our relationship is what kept us. It's what grounded us. And again, we're 32 years strong, and I feel that song by Anita Baker, I love you just because, I love you just because, Just because I do. Of course, I'm hoarse. Anyway, that song is powerful because you know what? There's no reason. There's no reason. It's just, I love you. And that, because if you put reasons on why you love someone, and I'm speaking about my marriage, if I put reasons, all these specific things, when they falter or when they don't meet those specific things, then you have a reason to say, conditions might step up. Condition might come up because they're not meeting that need. But when you just love somebody just because, it shapes you. You just love them just because. It's an unconditional love. And it's by no means easy, but if you have it with that mindset, I love you just because. I think it was Anita Baker did that. I love you just because. It's so wonderful because you can not have a purpose and not have a purpose, but not have a reason to say I love you because of this. Because if something happens to that reason, now what are you thinking? If something happens to that reason. So you don't, for me, I don't like to have reasons. It's just beautiful. Just, I love you just because it's so freeing and it's because I know he loves me just because. And it's just so freeing and it's so beautiful and it's wonderful. So again, second closing, remember to say the words that are building up. We're in the building business when it comes to our lives, our friendships, our families, our loved ones. Let's be in the building business, not the tearing down business. And how do you do that? Set some foundational truths, set some foundational goals for your life that you're just going to go back to. So whenever things kind of seem contrary, guess what? You have that vision. You have those goals set in place where you can focus on that and bring you back. So that's all I have for you this evening. Stay tuned for more. I'll be putting out more white chair talk sessions on just random topics. I have some topics that people have asked me to talk about, so I will bring those up soon. So good night, good morning, wherever you are. And remember to be the best version of yourself. Show up every day, the best version of yourself, and you can't go wrong.